All right, everybody, before we get into the video today, I would like to thank my good subscriber and sister, Megan, for always tuning in. I'd like to say hi to the kids, too, Jude, Scarlett, and Marlia. Thank you guys for always tuning in, sitting on the couch and watching my videos. So hi, guys. Good to see you, and yeah, let's go get back into the video. Hey, everybody, my name's Jay, and I think I've built the best woodshed in the planet. So yeah, let's go ahead and let me show you. I really like this design. This works for me, it may not work for you, but we're gonna talk about the pros and cons, what I'm gonna do forward building my next woodshed, because we've been heating with an outdoor wood boiler here, a central boiler CL6048 outdoor wood boiler. If you don't know what that is or what it is, it's different from a wood stove. I'll attach a playlist here, goes over everything A to Z. I make a bunch of these videos every year. So anyways, let's go ahead and show you the woodshed, show you what I love about it, what I would do differently, and why I think it is the perfect woodshed. All right, everybody, let me know if you like these kind of walking and talking videos. I'm trying to just do a little different content here, but anyways, let me show you my first woodshed I've ever built here on the homestead. We've been here for 5 years now. This is the first woodshed I built. This is a pallet woodshed built with literally just scraps with what I have. Terrible design. It works, but it's terrible. A couple of things you have to consider when building a woodshed. Where is the sun? Where is the prevailing winds? So the sun comes up over this woodshed and between the trees. I can't really, it's wintertime now, so I can't really show you, but the face of this woodshed gets no sun. There's a bunch of tall pines around us, these beautiful maples here, these sugar maples, they flower, it's beautiful, but this woodshed gets literally no sun. I stacked all my wood in there the first year, it didn't dry for anything. So as you can see, it's just equipment storage now. But moving on, the perfect woodshed, I think, is right here. So let's go ahead and show you guys why I think that is. So here we go. These are my two woodsheds. You've seen these before on the homestead. They're exactly the same. Framing is just a touch different, but they're exactly the same. Now, I'm gonna explain to you why I think this is the best woodshed design out there, pretty much. You'll notice that here's the Firewood Dilemma. This is a perfect example. We're gonna get to this in a second. The Firewood Dilemma is you generally pull from the front, and then if you have no way to get around to the back, you're putting green wood in front of seasoned wood. Often some guys pull everything out and they rearrange it. That is stupid. The more you handle firewood, I guess the more it costs you. So the more you handle it, the more it costs you. So looking at this woodshed, open sides, you want as much air and sunlight. Like I said, the sun comes up over here. It gets plenty of sun coming in here. As you can see, I did literally, this opening here is, I think it was 10 feet. I'm 6 feet. I got a 3 foot, my arm's 3 feet, so that's not, I think it's about a 10-foot top of that. But, excuse me. Open face, my rows are running this way. Now, if I go over to this woodshed here, I have left, this is my snow flap. This is just for wintertime snow blowing. I have tried to, not really in this woodshed, but I try to leave a gap in between my rounds to let air flow through. Going back to this woodshed, as you can see here, these are temporary. Couple screws here. So when I want to load this, I can load this row from the outside. Or if I wanted to just take these down and maybe dump rounds in there with the tractor, I can load it up probably halfway that way, put these slats back on. But again, if you look inside here, the reason why I think this is literally the perfect woodshed is look at my height. I'm 6 feet. I'm walking down here. I'm touching the end of this. I built this for me. I'm 6 feet tall. I can pretty much grab almost all my rounds, not have to worry about hitting my head. I left this this pallet in the back. This is just plywood leaning against it, but this gets air from the back, and obviously it gets sun and air from the back, like I said. And then we have these posts in the middle here. So what I've been doing is, when this year started, I had more seasoned wood here, and then I had greener stuff here. So what I did was I put this 2x4 here, again, just toenailed in there, and then I stacked the wood. I stacked it in order of how I was burning it. This is obviously the most seasoned stuff, so I had different seasoning wood from varying. It all burned in the outdoor boiler. It burned fine, but at the time I separated it. So this woodshed I heat with an outdoor boiler. I cut my rounds generally at about 34 inches long. That's pretty good size for that style of machine. So I can fit 3 rows of 34-inch rounds, or I can fit 3 rows of 34 and or 24-inch split rounds. That's what most of these are. These are about the max size on my wood splitter. So again, as you can see here, let's say we don't use any more of this wood. What we're gonna do is we will take this half of the pile, stack it on here. We'll put a 2x4 down. That way we could put green wood here. Come next year, we can pull from this section here. So it's sectional. So also too, if we want to load up this side here, again, I told you we could fit 3 rows here. So I can load up this row here, and then let's say I want to fill the middle last, I can take down those center supports. They're not structurally supporting anything, and then I can fill back to front. So I've really had good luck with this firewood shed. As you can see here, this one's pretty much full. This is all the wood we got from our play area build. The flap is down again just for snow and snow blowing, but as you can see, it's seasoning good. As the sun comes over too, the sun comes in here, it hits these logs too. Plenty of wind, plenty of air. As you can see, we can see sunlight through the other side. I try to leave gaps in between the rows, but this wood is seasoning so nice. We cut most of this down beginning of March, the whole COVID thing. As you can see here, this side, the sun comes up over the trees here, gets absolutely slammed with sunlight. Air is no problem, but also too, a thing you need to consider when you're sorry, I'm out of breath. I've been talking a lot. Another thing you need to consider when doing a woodshed is snow removal. So obviously we have slant roofs. The snow just runs off into no man's land. This is wide enough where I can get the bucket in here. I mostly use a snowblower, but I can clean off this side here, clean the front. And I can obviously, I didn't worry about it this year because we're not burning any of this, but normally I keep this clear. So I have 3-sided access on this woodshed with a slant roof with the snow running off into no man's land. I'm not saying it's the perfect woodshed. What I would do differently if I was going to build another one, I would do a clear, like that clear plastic roofing. I think Lowe's or Home Depot sells it. It's the sheets. A lot of people use it for greenhouses. I would use that for roofing instead of the canvas tarps because I would get more sunlight and it would be more of like a greenhouse effect where the sun can get through. That way the logs would get literally sun 24 hours a day. Obviously when the sun's on top of the woodsheds, it doesn't get much sun, but these woodsheds, as you can see, they're nice and open concept with the roof. The wood stays dry. You don't have I see woodsheds all the time that have the sides boarded up with these little slats. You need to open that up. You need to get maximum wind flow through there. Obviously, as the wood dries, it releases moisture. You need to have that wind pull that moisture out of there. Again, leave rows in between your firewood. It should be wide enough for a mouse, but small enough where a cat can't get in. There's some old saying like that. But anyways, I honestly think these are the best woodshed designs. They're just sitting on cedar pallets and just regular 4x4s. This is all scrap wood. See the plywood? This is all stuff we had kicking around, stuff we got for free. So imagine if I actually had milled. I can even do some type of timber framing. If I actually had legit building material, I could build obviously a better quality woodshed, but these things have held up. So I got a question on it, and that's why I wanted to address it, but I think it's the perfect woodshed. So just to recap, maximum wind, maximum sun. Take note of where the sun rises and falls. See if you can face your woodshed to obviously the sun. You want to get as much sun. Like I told you before, that woodshed there is shaded almost all day long. Nothing ever dried in there. These 2 woodsheds dries a hell of a lot better. So anyways, I'm Jay. Hope you guys appreciated that video. Let me know what you think. If anybody wants any information on these, the actual size and dimensions and whatnot, send me an email, homesteadj35@gmail.com, and I could shoot you some quote-unquote blueprints if you want them. So anyways, like I always say, hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you out in the woods.